At the beginning of the movie, a young couple buys themselves a mansion in the middle of nowhere. They unpack their things with laughter. But Kate nags her husband a little, saying that once he starts painting, he will forget all about household chores. Matt calls her a hard-working bee and gets to work. He throws things out of the window to save time, rips off wallpaper and whole sheets. And suddenly he finds a mysterious door with an unusual lock. He remembers seeing something like a key and digs it out from the trash. They open the room, go inside, and suddenly the lights in the house start to flicker. The husband goes to call the electrician, and Kate also steps out, and the flickering stops. In the evening, the couple chats affectionately, happy with the purchase. They dream about how he will become a great artist, and she, the perfect housewife, and how she will start gaining weight. Matt jokes that he will love her even fat, and Kate suggests he should grow a beard, like all geniuses. They hear some strange noises, but don't pay attention. In the morning, the wife encourages her husband as he starts painting. He suddenly asks if there are any blueprints for this house, but Kate is distracted by her employer, who calls asking her to urgently translate a text. While she talks, Matt is drawn toward the mysterious room. He heads there, but his wife calls him. The electrician has arrived. Matt and the repairman go down to the basement. There they see a strange construction with a mess of wires. The electrician says it's something old. Maybe that's why the power surges, but he has never seen such a thing in his life. He promises to figure it out, bring an estimate, and is about to leave. Suddenly, he asks where the couple is from. Matt replies that they are from New York. The repairman says, now it makes sense. They're not locals. Otherwise, he would have been shocked that someone bought this house, since the previous owners were killed here. It happened almost 50 years ago, and nobody has lived here since. In the evening, Matt searches online for information and sees terrifying headlines. House of Blood, brutal murder. He reads that the husband and wife were found dead. The killer was arrested, but his identity was never established. Kate sits working on a translation and falls asleep. Her husband draws the portrait of the killer, then goes into the mysterious room and drinks alcohol straight from the bottle. With a sigh, he says he wants another one. Suddenly, the light goes out, and when it flickers back on, the bottle appears on the floor in front of him. Matt can't believe his eyes, and only after touching it, realizes the thing is real. In the morning, Kate wakes up and looks for her husband. The lights in the house flicker, and the mysterious room is piled with objects. Excited Matt shows his wife an original Van Gogh and other paintings. The husband asks her what she wants most of all. She shrugs and says, maybe a better job. He replies that she has to wish for an actual object. Kate says she wants $1,000. Matt digs through the pile of items and finds the money. His wife thinks it's a prank and asks for $1 million, and the money appears before her eyes. Kate finds it creepy. She has a bad feeling. But Matt insists and suggests they should use this chance and have fun. And the wild spree begins. The couple orders champagne and food, clothes and jewelry. The money from the room they already haul out with carts. They hang their walls with masterpieces of art. Kate quits her job and the drunken frenzy continues. In a moment of clarity, the wife wonders, how does this even work? The husband says he doesn't care, like people use computers without knowing how they function. Kate prophetically notes that computers have viruses. One day she wakes up after a party, indifferently looking at the mess around. She lost a necklace but doesn't care, because she can get a new one whenever she wants. Matt decides to shake up his jaded wife. He surprises Kate by showing her a crib and suggesting they try having a baby again. Doctors said both he and she are perfectly healthy. They can have children. Kate is horrified, reminding him that they tried twice before and both babies died in the womb. She cannot go through that again. Matt gets angry and leaves to clear his head, while the upset Kate wanders near the crib. Finally, she gathers her courage and goes into the room of desires. Matt comes back, and she's sitting with a baby. The husband is shocked, because he didn't want a ready-made child. He wanted to try the natural way. The wife says she simply skipped that step. Matt is adamant, saying this is all wrong. He forces Kate to take the baby into the room of desires and say she wants him to disappear. The wife cries and cannot do it. Then the husband takes the baby, but the child chokes on his own screams. Matt hesitates, then hands him back to his wife and leaves. At night, the baby cries from hunger. The man orders a bottle of milk in the room, and when he returns, Kate is breastfeeding. Matt is stunned. How is this possible? She replies, "It just works." In the morning, the man remembers how the baby looked at him, and in his mind suddenly appears the gaze of the killer of the previous tenants. Again, he searches online for information. It turns out the criminal said that the room made him do it. He was sentenced to life in a psychiatric hospital. Matt takes some money and goes there. He learns that the unknown man, who is called John, hasn't had a single visitor in 45 years, only journalists. Matt says he's a journalist too and gets a meeting. Matt admits to John that he lives in the house where the tragedy happened. He asks the man why he killed the couple and if he knows about the room. The patient smiles knowingly. "You're enjoying yourself there now, but leave before it's too late." He says it's terrifying, getting everything you want. Matt, understanding nothing, leaves. At a gas station, he tries to pay, but in his pockets there's only dust. At home, he tests his theory. Outside the house, their treasures turn to ashes. The man smashes everything around to figure out how it works. It turns out the entire house is laced with wires, following the diagram drawn on the wall. Kate wants to take the baby outside. Matt tries to stop her but doesn't explain why. The wife steps out, and the husband locks the door and hears the child's horrible scream. Kate sees that something strange is happening and calls for him. Unable to bear it, the man runs out, grabs the baby, and carries back into the house a boy already about 8 years old. In the evening, he explains to Kate that the room, like a 3D printer, creates things only for internal use. Outside the house, they quickly decay. The wife objects that a child is not a thing. "A thing," replies the husband, "just made of flesh and bone." "And of soul," adds Kate. In the morning, she explains to the boy, Shane, that he must never open the door to the outside because he is sick, but the child says he feels healthy. Kate explains that the house protects him, while outside germs would attack him. The peaceful talk turns into an argument about the meaning of the word. Suddenly, the boy becomes aggressive and slams the door on the woman. Meanwhile, Matt receives a package with a gun and shoots outside. Shane is curious, and while Kate plays the piano, he sneaks to the door and sticks his hand out. Kate feels a draft and manages to drag the child back inside. She boards up the windows and tells her husband that if he doesn't like it, he can leave. Shane ignores Kate, but at night sneaks into her bedroom, says he loves her, and wants to be with her forever. In the morning, Matt practices shooting and covers the room where he now lives with paper painted with black stripes. Shane enters and breaks a trinket. Matt is furious. He vents it all on his wife, shouting that this is not a child, but a fiction. The boy hears this. At night, he finds the diagram on the wall, studies the basement construction, and goes into the room of desires. The lights begin to flicker. In the morning, Matt finds the trinket whole again. He runs to his wife and asks if she did it. But the lights flicker again. The couple open the room of desires, and there is a winter forest, and a happy boy is building a snowman. Kate plays with him while Matt grabs him and drags him away, shouting that he must never go in there again. The wife reproaches him since Shane did nothing wrong. He was just playing, and he's only a child. "Exactly," replies the husband. "And what if he asks for a pack of dragons, or gets upset he can't watch TV and wishes everyone pain?" While they argue, John calls. Shane picks up, but Matt snatches the phone. The prisoner asks which of them wished for the child. Kate eavesdrops on the conversation. Matt demands how to stop the aging. John quotes Nietzsche, "For a man to be free, his creator must die." It's natural since children outlive their parents. If Kate dies, then the boy will become part of the real world. He himself is the same, since his parents wanted him to live, and his mother killed his father, then forced John to kill her. He asks Matt whom he will choose, his wife or the child. The husband hears Kate crying on the phone. The woman drives off in the car. Shane is left on his own and, out of boredom, misbehaves. Matt sits in his room and can't reach his wife by phone. He starts smashing everything around. Meanwhile, Kate speeds down the road. At one moment takes her hands off the wheel, but then changes her mind. Shane tries to talk to Matt, asks where Mom is, why he called him a fiction, then starts screaming that he's not his dad. The man, enraged, tells him the truth. The boy is shocked by the revelation. Coming to his senses, Matt apologizes. Shane asks him to read him a bedtime story. Returning, Kate finds them asleep. Matt wakes up and goes to the kitchen, but his wife doesn't want to talk. She is exhausted. The couple are alone, and for once they fall asleep in the same bed. Shane watches, then takes the front door key. Kate and Matt find him on the swing inside the house. He's now a teenager. Suddenly, the boy pulls out a gun and fires blanks. He screams that he knows where Matt keeps the real bullets, and he just wants to be with his mom forever. The woman hugs him, and the man lunges and knocks out the gun. As a result, Kate falls, hits her head, and loses consciousness. After she faints, Matt tells her that he shot Shane and carried the body outside. And suddenly, he himself wakes up on the floor. He looks for Kate. The room of desires is locked, but something is happening inside. The lights flicker. The man tries to break in. In another reality, he and his wife are eating. Kate says she cannot live here, and Matt replies that they have no money, no jobs, and the room provides for them. In another world, he breaks down the wall, crawls through the wires, and ends up in the forest. In a parallel story, Matt makes advances to Kate. The wife pushes him away and he says, "Hello, Mom. I saw you like that," and attacks her. Matt runs back from the forest into the house. Before Kate stand two identical men. The husband proves he's the real one, calling her his bee. He pushes Shane down the stairs, and the boy turns into a young man. The couple cannot escape the house and realize everything around is an illusion. Matt comes up with an idea. They and Kate stand by the door. Shane kills the man, and the woman seems frozen. They turn out to be their doubles, and the real couple runs into the actual house. The situation repeats, and now Matt throws Shane outside. He turns to dust. And a month later, in a motel, Kate realizes she is pregnant. The light flickers. This is the end of the film. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this film, and see you in new videos.